Blame Igbo King. Arrest of 500 criminal Nigerians for xenophobic attack. SA tells Tinubu. South Africa has revealed the reasons for the renewed xenophobic attacks against Nigerians and other African migrants in the country. That's a lie. So they should blame the Igbo King. It's because of the Igbo King. That's why they sent everybody out, saying that Nigerians are taking their jobs. That's a very, very big lie. Proper lie. The diplomatic relationship between Nigeria and the Rainbow Nation is deeply fragile, following the xenophobic sentiments which have led to the death of at least 5 Nigerians since citizen-led anti-immigrant groups organized demonstrations in Pretoria, Durban, Johannesburg, and other major cities in April, asking undocumented migrants to leave the country by June 30. The death of Ibe Simon in Belleville, Cape Town, during a South African Police Service SAPS operation last Thursday, deepening the diplomatic tension between both countries, with Nigeria demanding an immediate, transparent probe into the latest mine, insisting that those responsible must be punished. After the official message from President Cyril Ramaphosa to President Bola Tinubu in Abuja Monday, in a move to strengthen cooperation on migration between the countries, the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Ronald Lamola, outlined 3 specific areas of concern that have heightened recent tensions between the two nations in the message. According to a report of the Department of International Relations and Cooperation DECO website, the special envoy to Nigeria said the purported crowning of Solomon Eziko as Igwe Indigo East London in Gukompo, formerly East London, in March caused widespread public concern across South Africa. That's a very foolish lie. Because it's not only Nigerians, people are xenophobic too. People are just naturally, what's that name again? People are just generally haters. You don't like other African countries. You don't. It's only Nigerians that people are sending out of your country. It's not only Nigerians. So what are you saying? That is because of the crowned king, Igbo crown king. That is why. More than 500 Nigerians have been arrested for offences including organized crime, illicit drug trafficking, and financial fraud. Now, so that's also part of the reason why you are buying people, taking over their businesses, stealing people, looting people's goods. You are saying it's because of they've arrested more than 500 Nigerians. You people go, who they commit crime past? South Africans. Can you imagine these people though? I don't blame you. I blame our government. If not that our country is bad, who will want to come to South Africa? Lamola cited instances where law enforcement officers face violent resistance or obstruction during criminal investigation. He said, regrettably, this incident have felt negative perceptions surrounding Nigerian nationals living in South Africa over the years. And it's that same Nigeria your musician want to come and sing. Nigerians that are obstructing criminal investigation, doing all of those things that people are saying. People now want to see, I don't know, we don't have proactive president in this country. Because if not, everything about South Africans in this country should have been cancelled as well. MTN or DSTV, anything, even South Africans living in Nigeria, they should leave our country, because I'm sure that there are some of them that are in Nigeria as well. Very rubbish talk. Addressing these challenges family fairly and within the bounds of the law is vital for the well-being of both our nation. But were you doing it within the bounds of the law? You were buying people, taking over people's shops, and want to take over. Is that how to do things? I beg, according to him, the law enforcement measures are evidence-based, targeting individual criminal conduct rather than profiling the broader law-abiding Nigerian diaspora. You profile Nigerians, so don't even come and lie. Both countries then agreed to the urgent need to de-escalate inflammatory rhetoric in public discourse and prevent hostile actions. Per DECO, the two governments reaffirmed that bilateral diplomacy and Pan-African solidarity remains the essential framework to ensure peaceful coexistence, safeguard human rights, and deepen historical ties between South Africa and Nigeria. I beg, let's hear what. Since I say, see this Phoenix with there, please, Phoenix, can you just present a genuine? Because I don't think it's the truth. Because of Igbo king that was installed. That was why they're having issue. That's absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I'm telling you. That's not even an excuse. Eh? Oprah says foolishness, not a title but substance in act. The South African government and citizens attack innocent Christians in South Africa just as they attack Israel in the ICC. The pro-Islamic terrorist nature of the South African government are behind the massive attack against Christians in South Africa. It revealed coordinated wickedness against humanity. President Ramaphosa is now extending his wickedness against the Christian tribe in Nigeria through his letter to Nigerian President Tinubu. Sad. Holy Grace, let them get out. So this is why they are buying other Africans so the SA are not criminals. And don't mind them, now them criminal pass. You see the kind of criminal activities that they commit in South Africa. You are saying they've arrested 500 Nigerians. Lies from the pit of hell. So Choko said nothing concerning King Matter in xenophobic attack talk. South Africans are jealous, yes, of our men, the Nigerians. Yes, they are taking over their wives, marrying their wives because they are irresponsible. They don't want to work. Very lazy people. Very lazy South Africans. They are taking our jobs. They are taking our wives. Was that not what people were saying? So we take concern Igbo King for inside that one. I beg. Adadamu says Nigeria must stand for once. I'm telling you, humiliation upon humiliation should not be accepted. Nigeria fought for South Africa during the apartheid days from different fronts. Let Nigerians come home because home is the best. Home would have been the best if we really have good leaders. Bad leaders is our problem. God will help us. I beg. Ifeanyi says this is not an excuse. What is the business between London and SA? I beg, make una shut up. It's not London. No. There's a place in South Africa called London. That's what they are saying. But really, it's not because of the king stuff. That's why they are not buying Nigerians like that and taking over their businesses. That's a lie. That is a very, very big lie. Because it is not only Nigerians that people pursued. It's only Nigerians. Chukwudu maybe says, well, from every observation, we all know that the shallow-minded people will all believe whatsoever thing that the South African government gives as reason for buying fellow Africans, provided that name Igbo is mentioned in it. But my question is, are there Igbos also Ghanaian, Mali? Thank you, Jari. Mali, Senegal, and other African citizens that were murdered in South Africa. When are we going to call a spade a spade? Nonsense, tribalistic nation. Very tribalistic nation. Don't mind them. It's not only Nigerians people pursued. We pursued other African countries too. Are those ones? So they install Igbo King as well? Rubbish talk. I beg, no be your fault to say if we come your land, we go won't live there like say na our land. We go develop am for you, waiting our forefather no fit do. Sorry for that. Even in Afghanistan, we get crowned easy, but don't mind them. Don't mind them. Rubbish talk. Well, listen, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.